There are moments in your life when you know to pray and trust God. But if you're honest, you're tired because you're not seeing results. You're doing what you were taught to do. You're praying, you're trusting, and you're trying to keep your faith together. But the bills are still coming. The pressure is still there. And every day feels like another fight just to stay afloat. And somebody needs to hear this today. Stay locked in, because God says the battle is almost over. One of the hardest places to be in is when you're doing the right things spiritually, but life still feels heavy. You're praying and trusting God, but the situation hasn't changed yet. You're believing, but the pressure hasn't lifted yet. You're holding on, but the results haven't shown up yet. And after a while, it starts to wear down on your mind, because you start wondering, Lord, am I doing something wrong? Are you hearing me? Why does it feel like nothing is moving? But here's something people don't talk about. Sometimes faith feels the hardest when you're being responsible and still struggling. You're working, you're handling your responsibilities, you're trying to stay disciplined, and even with all of that, it still feels like it's not enough. That kind of pressure can make a person feel alone, not because God left you, but because the weight of life gets heavy when you're carrying it every single day. And this is where the reassurance is needed, because Scripture never said you wouldn't go through pressure. It said God would be with you in the middle of it. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Notice something. Notice what God promises. He promises strength, help, and support. That means even when it feels like you're doing this alone, you're not actually alone. God is holding you together in ways you don't even realize. He's giving you strength to wake up every day. He's giving you endurance to keep pushing forward. He's giving you grace to handle pressure that should have broken you by now. And every now and then, God allows you to walk through a season where provisions feel slow. Not because He forgot about you, but because He's teaching you to depend on Him in a deeper way. Because dependence builds trust, and trust builds faith. But here's the part that really matters. Just because you don't see results right now doesn't mean God isn't working. There's a difference between delay and denial. Delay means it's coming, just not in your timing yet. Denial means it's not going to happen. And many of you are not in denial. You're in delay. Psalms 37:25 says, "I have been young and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or his children begging for bread." That scripture right there is reassurance. It reminds you that God does not abandon His people. It reminds you that provision is still in His hands. It reminds you that even in hard seasons, He is still a provider. And sometimes provision doesn't show up early. Sometimes it shows up right on time. Right when you feel like you can't take another step. Right when you feel like giving up. Right when you feel mentally drained. That's when God steps in and reminds you that He was working the whole time. Because some of you have been in a quiet battle. You've been praying and pushing at the same time. You've been trusting and stressing at the same time. Believing and fighting discouragement at the same time. And God is saying, stay locked in. Stay locked in. Don't lose focus now. Don't give up now. Don't let pressure make you walk away now, because the battle you've been fighting in silence is getting ready to shift. Not overnight magic, not instant everything, but movement, relief, stability, revision, peace in your mind again. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we don't give up." Due season means your breakthrough has a scheduled time. It means your struggle is not permanent. It means your pressure has an expiration date. It means your faith isn't wasted. God sees every prayer, every effort, every day you keep going when you felt tired. So none of it is ignored. None of it is forgotten. None of it is wasted. So if you've been praying and trusting God while life still feels heavy, hear this. Stay locked in. Keep trusting even when results are slow. Keep believing even when pressure is real. Keep moving forward even when you feel tired, because sometimes the only thing God is asking you to do in this season is to hold on to your faith steady while He's working behind the scenes. And one day you're going to look back at this season and realize God was carrying you the whole time. So take a deep breath, rest your mind, and remind yourself God hasn't forgotten me. God hasn't left me, and the battle is almost over. All right, family, you stay locked in.